Good evening and thank you for joining us for KREM News 10 at 10, where we give you more news in less time. I'm Mark Hanrahan, Chief Meteorologist Jeremy LaGoo, starting off with us tonight because he's here to answer some of our questions about an incoming winter storm. Jeremy, we woke up today to a blanket of snow, but you're saying that's nothing compared to what we are going to see in just a couple of days.
Yeah, it's one of those ones where it did have some impacts, especially because it was Monday morning. Right. I always say it doesn't really matter the amount when you're talking a Monday morning snowstorm. It just winds up having the biggest impacts. Right. But as we head through the next couple of days, Mark, we catch a break, and then a real winter storm works its way in. One that I think is going to prompt winter storm warnings and give us some serious snow.
Okay, next question. When does this next round hit for Spokane?
For Spokane, I think early Wednesday morning, basically before any of us are up and moving. The snow starts. It continues all day. It kind of starts, I don't want to say winding down, but we're through the worst of it by about this time Wednesday.
And we're talking enough snow to where it could impact the Wednesday morning commute.
Wednesday morning, Thursday morning. It likely has lasting impacts into the weekend. This is going to be, I don't want to put myself out there with this, but this is going to be one of the biggest storms we have seen in years.
And the range right now is there's quite a disparity, right? But like 6 to 12 inches maybe?
Yeah, and it's one of those ones where right now we do have that winter storm watch in effect across the region. Some places up to 16 inches of snow. That is not out of the question. So pretty widespread. Interstate 90 kind of seems to be that dividing line. We'll get some of that down into the Palouse, but not near the storm totals, just a little bit farther to the north. We did mention some of these, but here you go. It is a big range. And here's where I'm sitting with this. I'll explain more of this a little bit later on, but basically 8 inches is kind of model minimum. 12 inches, kind of mid-run for some of those forecast models. Some forecast models are putting Spokane up over that 16-inch mark. I don't necessarily think that's going to happen, but pretty widespread, more than a half a foot of snow likely in the coming days. Right now you can see some of that snow still blanketing the ground downtown. 14 degrees outside. You factor in that light wind, and it feels more like it is just 2. It feels quite a bit colder across much of the region. And the good news is snow seems to be winding down. Still a couple lingering showers, nothing much. We're going to watch that taper off overnight. Tomorrow's the break. Tuesday, basically Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday evening, it's a wash heading over Snoqualmie. By late Tuesday night, we'll see some of the impacts of that snow. But really, it's Wednesday lasting into Thursday morning that I think it's going to have the biggest impacts.
All right, we'll prepare for that one. We'll check back in with you later in the show. Thank you, Jeremy.